Hi Leo, welcome back to my channel. It's Krista here to do your bi-monthly reading for February. So I'm able to begin bi-monthlies. I'll be doing the first 2 weeks and the last 2 weeks of each month for you, in addition to your monthly reading. So you can look forward to 3 readings on my channel every month for your sign. I do upload a daily free reading on my Instagram as well. So if you want to follow me on Instagram for a daily reading, you can do that. All right, Leo, Sun, Leo, Moon, and Leo Rising. What do you need to know for February 1st to 14th? Messages for Leo. So we have this little guy jump out. I don't take jumpers for your monthlies and bi-weeklies. I do use jumpers for our daily readings on Instagram, however. We'll see if it shows up in your reading. The Seven of Wands is a very positive card. It means that you're on the right track. You could be defending something important to you, but you definitely have the higher ground. All right, Leo. All right, folks, so we have a 6-card reading today. I will be using the bottom of the deck energy. Bottom of the deck card for general energy, sorry. As I always do, because I find it fascinating. I love using bottom of the deck card for general energy. And as always, I'll hold these up to the camera so you can get a nice look at them with me. And then we have an oracle card to polish off your reading here with the medicine cards. Wow, okay, so we do have 1, 2, 3 major arcanas. We have the Strength, the Justice, and the Hermit cards here for you. We have a message of love. We have a lot of intensity at the bottom of the deck here. I just chose the bottom of the deck as the King of Cups. Something having to do with the home, and then oddly enough, something's coming to an end, you know, critical overkill, critical thinking, really perhaps even being stabbed in the back here. So it's so curious to see this as your advice card. Time permitting, I may get a qualifier card for this just because this is curious to see as your advice. Let's get into it. Oops. So we have our King of Cups here, like I said, bottom of the deck energy. This is really going to be what I consider behind the scenes for the first 2 weeks for you, or underneath it all. So, you know, when we're dealing with the Scorpio ruled King of Cups here, we're dealing with intensity, right? Secrets, mystery, not really having all the answers, but willing to dive to the depths, willing to go the distance, willing to experience personal transformation, okay, here with this card. So Leo, really intense energy here. I will suggest we have a couple of water, we have a lot of major arcana, something having to do with the home. You could need to be willing to go deep emotionally with something here. Either face up to something or ask some questions around why you feel the way you do about something going on here. And as a general reading, this is really, I ask that you apply this to what's currently on your mind when you're watching it. It is a general reading. But we are dealing with 8th house energy, right? King of Cups, Scorpio ruled 8th house. So sex, death, regeneration, shared finances. This could have to do with a marriage or a very strong, stable relationship having to do with the home. Let's get into each card. So we have the situation. This is going within. This is taking a step back. I think it is in alignment here with the King of Cups. This is willing to go deep in your emotional world. So really, it's quite independent, right? While the King of Cups specifically deals with other people, right? Specifically deals particularly with deep relationships, emotional involvements. The Hermit is really saying, you know, as a 9, especially as the spiritual ascension, as the, ascension number, it's really asking that you go within. The situation is taking a step back, using your own light, developing wisdom around a concern or concept. But honestly, if there's been a critical situation around an emotional development or emotional mystery or depths, etc., I would stop looking to other people or asking for advice or looking for someone else maybe to do this love work or love relationship work for you. This is really something that you need to tackle by yourself here, because like I said, the Hermit is an incredibly solitary card. So taking a step back from something, retreating from something is very, very important, particularly very possibly a water sign or someone younger than you who happens to be a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. In the reason for this situation is a home, right? A happy home. This is feeling really settled. This is, by all appearances, what looks like a very stable, happy home, but this is what's going on here. Why would you need to, go within or gain some perspective on what's going on here within the home or a family relationship? Very, very curious to see there, because as we know, there's at least two people involved. Like I say, with the King of Cups, when we're dealing with 8th house, it's always shared finances and transformation and development with another person. So you're either transforming or transformed by going within. Someone may even be trying to get in the way of that or try to find their way in, but I'm really suggesting here that you do this work for yourself. It's really time to go it alone. If you want resolve to this perhaps emotional conflict or mystery here. Here we have Strength. I know that the author of this deck misnamed these cards for her own reasons, I'm sure, but the Strength is always, Justice is always number 8, and of course Strength is always number 11, so that is how I am reading them. The number 11 card is always Strength. So here's where we're dealing with the past, right? And this is sort of holding something in. This is not being able to express yourself entirely or having to tame what you'd like to express. And why is that? Why do you feel like you have to tame what you would really like to express here? Could it be that it would upset or undo or unravel a happy home? Or that you're holding something deep within? Perhaps this is more of a secret than it is wisdom. Or, the wisdom is within the secret. But the secrets are what make us sick, right? So if you're dealing with anything like that, I'm going to suggest that you pull yourself out of that, because Strength preceded all this. And it was sort of self-containment, right? But what is it that you're trying to protect so strong here, Leo? We have our Page of Cups underneath, our Hermit here in the present. So this is our really sensitive, younger water sign. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, possibly a child or someone younger than you. But this could be who's behind the scenes as well. This could be who is part of the secret as well. And there is a language here. There is a fundamental stronghold here that only you understand, either with this person or for this person. This could be you as well. This could, right, Leo? This could be you as the child. This could be something deep within your childhood that's affecting your home as well. But in terms of, the creative potential, the intuitive and sensitive potential here with the Page of Cups, we are dealing with someone who has an offer of sensitivity, but what are you going to do with that? Well, it suggests here that in your future, justice will be served, or justice is what we're aiming for. Justice within the home or a family relationship, right? Because it sits beneath the Four of Wands. So I would warn actually against seeking justice at this time and accepting justice at this time, because I do feel like you, especially for the first 2 weeks, have perhaps complete control and reserve over yourself, perhaps your emotional world, but there is something churning deep, deep within that you could be hiding for, your own reasons from a family or a family situation, or having to do with a home. So it could be self-protection. And this is why you've been reserved about it. You could be dealing with a Virgo as well. I want to mention some signs. So like I said, the Scorpio, we have Virgo represented over here. Of course, we have health and self-sacrifice. And then we have strength, which is, of course, ruled by Libra, and then justice, which is ruled by Leo. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but that's the way it is. And then we have your advice card. I am going to get a qualifier for this because I do have another minute or so. Yeah, let's get a qualifier because it is strange to see that your advice card, or maybe not so strange, only you know why, as you listen to this. The 10 of Swords is overkill, right? It is too much thinking, too much involvement, too much talking, too much complaining, too much of something. Either you have done this to someone else or someone has done it to you. It could be that you're all out of argument, you're all out of ideas. But there's a real, generally speaking, around the 10 of Swords, there is a real loneliness, and someone could feel forsaken. Very interesting. Let us see why we have the 10 of Swords as your advice. Wow. So we're dealing with another Virgo. So someone who is, I'm going to suggest a sacrificial lamb, and I can't even tell you where that came from. I just know that we're dealing with a lot of Virgo energy now. Virgo ruled Knight of Pentacles. Hermit is Virgo ruled. I mean, so someone that's been cut off, someone that's very independent, someone that had a lot of growth potential, but logic, right? So overkill on logic, but it lives. Logic lives. Logic survives. This is slow moving energy, but it's going nowhere. So also earth signs of all types, right? So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, of course. And you could have Virgo in your own chart, Leo. That's very possible. But overkill around a Virgo situation. Logic, mother, child, healing, getting to the depths of things. This is someone who is very practical energy. So a lot of intensity there for you. We are running out of time. Let us get a really nice oracle card to polish off your reading for you. Lots going on. I don't see anything boring for you. I would really look within for some answers, really understand perhaps what your motivations are around a home or family situation. There's a lot of depth and mystery going on here for what that's worth. But yeah, overkill. It could be that you're trying to force something and it's not budging. It's just not going to budge here. Look at this. Patience. You gotta have patience with something, patience with the process very likely, but I'm going to suggest here, okay, patience with yourself, okay? Patience with yourself. Get to the root of why it is you're doing what you're doing, and no blame games, and make a decision based on what you want and not what perhaps is expected of you or what you're used to. So Leo, that is your reading for the first 2 weeks of February. I will see you for the last 2 weeks and of course your monthly. Take excellent care. Bye for now.